company. All right. What does this mean? Oh, wait. Hold on, let me check Twitch really quick. Let's see. Hold on. I forget where I go for this. No. Okay. I got a pop-up in Streamlabs that said you could subscribe to my channel, but I was like, I didn't know you could do that. What does this mean? I haven't unlocked that yet. Truly. It's a big mystery, huh? Alright, but if I look, I am really close. I'm really close to, which is the one? Hold on. Affiliate. Partner's the one I don't have. Alright. Got to do all my prep before starting stream. Yeah. I didn't. As you can tell by the fact that I haven't streamed, this whole week has been pretty busy for me. So the other problem is I don't have all of the people I want on it yet. So it's gonna take a little bit before I actually have that team assembled, but we should at least have it by the end of All right. So let's see. They did a small change to story mission. Story missions in general are no longer multi-wave fights. Oh. I like that, actually. I think that's a good change. Yeah, Clever, are you getting the notification I'm seeing of of rewards enabled on channels. Subscribe to earn rewards. Yeah, but the problem is that that's not possible as far as I'm aware, because it's physically impossible to subscribe to me. So I was just wondering if there was some sort of bug or something like that. That's fair. I think I care a little bit more, since if Twitch breaks, I'll be in trouble, I think. Let's actually see. Did it not save that team? And then this one, I don't know what this one was for. I thought I made it last time, but it was Wild Hunt. You. Yeah, I named the charge team Charge. How do I do? We'll just name it Testing. And then we need Magic Bullet Otis and Ncorp Sinclair. And then who were the other ones? It was Spice Bush. And who else was it? Oh, right. It was Amazon Rodeo. Okay. So we're missing 2. Yeah. Well, I'm just I want to at least get everything. So we have 12 of these, which is bad. Sinclair, we have more. All right, let's see. Oh, it's the Magic Bullet one. Oh. Wait, hold on. Ah, it is. Okay. Yeah. You're correct. Then season 1 is this one. We can get at least. Okay. Sinclair. Get us closer. Okay, we have 130. All right, let's see. I think I did this one already. Let's see, what is this? Do I have XP tickets? I don't believe I have any more XP tickets. I haven't been doing my dailies as much. Consumables. Yeah, I don't have any XP tickets. I used it to get my main team up to level curve. Wait. Oh, I did. Are you? No. Okay, no, you're the right level. Yeah. So still some time is needed to set this up, but shouldn't take too long. Yeah. Wild Hunt may be able to. Yeah. And we can put you in. There we go. And okay. Now we can start. Oh, this is a weird. This map looks weird. This is a really good CG. It hasn't been so long since this bus boat was hounded by the sirens and the flashing green lights. Yeah. I assumed. The sinners are sitting uncomfortably, trying to get some shut-eye in the ship's cabins. Ah, okay. Thought of returning to their rooms didn't even seem to occur to them. After gazing out the window for a while, Faust came to her feet, approached the helm, formerly known as the wheel. Miss Faust. Yes, we have received a signal. Faust? The long-awaited signal has arrived, then. Oh, then shall our adventure in the Great Lake finally commence? What signal? I don't see anything. Not even an alarm. A smoke signal outside our visual range has been picked up by Mephistopheles. A smoke signal? The beacons are lit then. Gondor calls for aid! I guess that's what we've been sitting in our butts. Gregor might be able to remove his due to bug anatomy. Sailing is a go. Splish splash. Soon we will be moving away from the coastal area and draw closer to what one would call the Great Lake approach. Activating automatic navigation system now. Oh, thou means to say that what we have experienced so far was not the Great Lake?
정의를 말하자면 지금껏 대호수에 있었다고 할 수 있지만 특별한 위협이 존재하지 않았기 때문에 돈키호테 씨가 인식하고 있는 정보에 맞춰
By strict definition, yes it was. We have been inside the Great Lakes borders for a while. Yet I make the distinction based on the information available to you, as our path has been so far lacked any real threats.
그런 일들이 있었는데 위협이 없었다는 것인가?
No real threats, thou sayest. After that, lo, Yi Sang there has hitherto been burying his face in that very bucket. I shall have thee know. Mind me not, please. I was not a Yi Sang fan before the Yi Sang chapter. Now I think I'm a Yi Sang fan. I had thought the bucket's purpose was to remove water from the ship in case of a flooding, yet all it had heretofore removed were contents of Yi Sang's stomach.
그리고 그 월피렉 위스밤 그것이 지나간 지도 얼마 안 되었고.
발프루기스의 밤입니다.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything. He was just kind of like
그리고
there.
일들이 대호수에 의한 것은 아니지 않은가요?
And not many of those threats could be attributed to the dangers of the Great Lake. False cause fallacy. Quite the rush of daunting ideas thou hast thrown in my direction. I shall henceforth continue to slumber then. No, you've just entered a hostile environment. We must rouse ourselves from sleep and ready ourselves for what dangers there may be. Otis? All hands to defensive stations! Otis suddenly leapt to her feet and began barking orders at the sinners. What in the bloody... My heart dropped for a second there. Otis, this ship is currently steered by an automated navigation system. As its name suggests, it will automatically avoid any threats the Great Lake may pose. Should a threat prove to be unavoidable, it will sound an alarm. The lore of Walpurgis Night is that the engine that pulls IDs from alter reality boundaries expand to pull IDs from realities further away in time and space, which is a long-winded way of referencing IDs from previous games. Cool.
그런 뜻 모를 기능을 얼마나 신뢰하라는 거지?
You really expect me to trust that incomprehensible contraption? Besides, this automated navigation system is nothing more than some slapdash last-minute installation by the Boatworks Fisco. Indeed, Faust was not the one who installed the system, so no, its reliability is not absolute. Well said. It is well-known wisdom that the path of a sailor is fraught with dangers unknown, which is to say that a human must handle it. Then shalt thou be the one to lead this vessel to victory? I must rise to the occasion, as executive manager unfortunately lacks any memories pertinent to sailing. Luckily, I am quite experienced with a leadership position. Yeah, Otis, of course, is the person I first think to. Otis is the person I think of when I think good at sailing. You know, good at boats, knows their way around sailing some form of ship, some sort of naval vessel. Oh, commander! I am no commander. I am your captain. Executive manager, allow me to briefly assume your authority so that I may lead this vessel as its temporary captain. He continued before I even had the chance to reply. Sailing, that is to say, the act of traveling across bodies of water. And that concludes the fundamentals of sailing. Have you been taking your notes, men? Yeah. Where was Troy again? Oh, marvelous! Quite a considerable amount of known knowledge I have acquired. I'm not speaking well tonight. It is akin to an adventure, is it not? 'Twas one of mine humble 863-year-old dreams to sail the Great Lake as an adventurer, like a challenger of storms, a queller of rogue waves. Such an exact number of aspirations you have. Otis, I have a question. Yes, you are recognized. What's that complicated looking lever over there? Aha! It has been a riddle in my head as well. What may the function of that peculiar device be? Oh, perchance. I'm a big perchance fan. Ooh, perchance it shall load and fire a volley of cannonballs at the press of a button. Ka-cha! A lever of transformative variety. It shall be an auspicious day in which we are availed to the sight of this contraption in action. I've been seeing more and more of these as of late. These are so-called bleeding edge technologies, are hollow inventions that have nothing to show for it aside from their pretty exteriors. A blind pursuit of convenience breeds increased risk. There's nothing but ruin at the end of the road paved with over-reliance on these bleeding edge technologies. Further fueled in the furnace of bolts and engine oil, the ship's blood and sweat. combined force of the commanding officers decide. It's gonna be the like a full ahead, go backwards switch. What? That is how proper workshops of tradition and history are supposed to be run. Now that is how true comrades are born. I don't know what she's talking about, but that was kind of cool. I can feel something rising from deep within my chest. Cut to Yi Sang. Commander, I mean, Captain, this bleeding edge technology is bleeding like a mule. Whatever shall we do?
이 오티스 증명해 보이겠다. 이따위 최신 기술 없이도 항해에는 문제가 전혀 없다는 거야.
The I can feel something rising from deep within my chest bit was a perfect opportunity to cut away to Yi Sang.
돈키호테 선언. 출력 손잡이를 최대로 개방.
Set the power to the maximum output.
손잡이 최대 개방. 하겠어.
Power lever to the maximum output. Aye, aye, Captain.
싱클레어 선언. 키를 중앙에 놓고 스위치.
Sinclair, set the helm to the neutral position and hit the switch.
그 스위치. 키를 중앙에.
What switch?
엔진.
The engine has fallen silent. You've just turned off the ship.
항해 기능이 중지되었군요. 오래된 모듈이라 재부팅을 하려면
The automatic navigation system has failed. It is an old model. Rebooting will be complete in approximately 5 hours.
운전수를 버린 벌이야.
That's what you get for abandoning your bus driver. Wait, so we're just stuck here?
그럴 리가요.
Of course not. Well, Mephistopheles' engine may be inoperable as it has melded with the automatic navigation system.
엔진을 기동하는 건
The ship itself can still move.
수동으로 전환하면
We still have a manually activated backup power system on standby. Yeah, no, of course Otis would have a problem with the winds. And Dante's like, we just received a gift of this bag from Virgilius, and hands it to Otis. Whatever you do, don't open it. It has the north wind in it. Now, men, clear orders and solidarity are of paramount importance in times like these. Right leg on heave, left leg on ho, let's go. Heave. Oh. Heave ho, how is it fair? You get to stand there barking orders at us while we're peddling our bums off. A most dim-witted question. A captain must preserve her strength, or risk putting her subordinates in danger. That is precisely why I'm refraining from partaking in this collaborative effort myself. Since when were you our commander? Well, she did say she's the captain, not the commander. Dante, stick up for yourself, for once. Those damn seagulls can flock off already. Ah, self-censorship. Why don't you just kill them? But we kidnap them seagulls and trade them to peddle the generator. Nice, Faust Smarthouse. I thought you would genius, make it so. That should be easy peasy for your brilliant intellect, no?
불가능은 아니지만
I can't do British accent.
기초적인 배변 훈련부터 시켜야 하니까요.
I can make it happen, indeed. Yet I do not, as it is inefficient. Fuck you. Rudimentary toilet training will be the first step in making them viable as a consistent source of labor. Karon's bored. Karon wants to room for room. I'm tagging out. You're the driver, so do your job. That should keep you occupied for a while. Oh, you're sure about that? Virgie's not gonna let that slide. That's how you get yourself a consultation, you know. Wait, let's think about this for a hot minute. Let's think about the actual reason we're sweating pedaling the crap out of the generator, huh?
모든 결과에 일일이 원인과 책임을 따져보는 것은
To nitpick and seek someone to take the fall for every little thing is a stinking thought. All that happens on the road to success is merely a part of the process. Look, I'm not saying that we should play the blame game. I'm just wondering why we're pedaling so darn hard to begin with. It's not like there's something coming after us. We're headed toward one of the largest ports of U-Corp, and we know exactly where that is and how to get there. It's not like the port's gonna sail away, right? Why all this urgency? I mean, am I wrong? The Great Lake has been very tranquil so far. It's not like some monster's gonna suddenly appear out of nowhere and attack us, right? Gregor, you should know to never say these words. Oh my god. It appears that your consolidated field experience has evolved to a form of intuition. Fascinating, Gregor. What? Faust finds this development optimistic. We must exit this area within the next 10 minutes. We are falling somewhat behind the forecast of my predictions. Okay, that was ominous. Why precisely 10 minutes? The laws of the Great Lake.
역시 그 규칙 때문인가? 로자?
Your foreknowledge of the great laws of the Great Lake is an unexpected development, Rodion. Quite difficult to believe that, even with the consolidated experience your intuition would. Sorry, I just wanted to look like I was in on it for once. Going gets tired of asking every time, you know. The Great Lake of U-Corp has laws that must never be broken. And yes, the port can and will sail away, Gregor. What? I guess that makes sense. Because if your port couldn't get up and sail away, then what happens if a whale shows up? The bloody lake, what laws could it possibly have? What, are the lake coppers gonna come spank the bad boys with a stick for breaking class rules? There better be a law that lets me sink, whitey brat. My ears are starting to bleed. Haha, guys, knock it off. I could almost hear a well-timed sigh followed by honest but brutal, piercing words. It was like someone recorded her sigh and played it in my head. But Ishmael was nowhere to be seen on the deck. She is so mad. She wasn't kidding. Ishmael remained in her room, not a peep to be seen, nor heard despite the commotion. Not appearing once through all that's happened since the incident. As much as I would like to provide you with an explanation, leaving this zone takes precedence. According to my calculations, our last conversation left us with 7 minutes. We are approximately 15 kilometers away from the edge of this zone as the crow flies. Each person must pedal to generate enough energy to travel at least 10 kilometers per hour if we are to escape in time. Wonderful. I love to see some proper teamwork for once. I love Pangia. Oh my god. Oh, they did change the art. Damn. He's got them red eyes. Black dragon. Oh my god. Wait. Ryoshu doesn't want to hear anything. Leave you where we're on a ship. Oh, and Merceau's cooking. Diaphragmatic breathing is conducive to maintaining consistent speed in an exercise of this intensity. Especially more so when each center is responsible for about 10 kilometers per hour of energy output. Any higher, and it would have required hyperpnea to maintain that what the hell? Usually it's Marceau that's teaching me new words, but How do you pronounce it? How do I pronounce this? Hold on. No, it doesn't say. Oh well. Do you ever get tired, girl? No. 3 minutes remaining now. No. 3 minutes remaining. We don't even know what's happening in 3 minutes. Why are we doing this? He said there's no time. Just step on it with your life. Wait, I didn't see Dante.
부름부름 하고 싶었어. 이건 다른 따릉이야. 다른 따릉. 재미없어.
콧노래 부르면서 노동하는 것도 좋은 활력이 되네요.
뭐야?
Huh? How do you guys have so much energy left? I don't know. Maybe if you picked up a dumbbell instead of picking up poker hands, you'd be in a better situation right now. This is not even a warm-up compared to the training my family forced me to do. Oh, he's there! You know, shut up your cops and pedal!
앞으로 남은 시간은 30초.
30 seconds.
박진감이 넘치는 거.
Oh my god, this is like...
모험이 아니겠는가?
What in the seagull? Quite the... Oh, what a thrill.
이렇게 거대한 적에게 돌진하는 것.
It's like charging an overwhelmingly colossal enemy. No, is it... No. Save your words. You're breathing. Remain in the flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. How much longer do we have to do it? 10 seconds remaining.
4초.
4 seconds. 4? Why are you not doing this by multiples of 5?
다들 입 다물고 마지막
Look
장막까지
alive,
여기까지.
deckhands. Put your back into it. Toil, men and women. Toil. Somehow, we managed to escape the zone before Faust counted down to 0. Some sinners immediately threw themselves to the deck of the ship like limp puppets, while some looked like they'd taken a quick rest at a park bench. So, we made it somehow, but
규칙에 대한 그 어떤 징조도 보이지
I don't even see any signs of those laws. Am I missing something, Frau Faust?
설마 규칙이고 뭐고
I swear, if all this law of the Great Lake drivel was some hogwash he made up,
그냥 개처럼 부려먹을 작정이었다면
just to make this journey go a tad faster, I'm going to seriously. And oh, oh, hey, there's a squid on deck. The tranquil lake surface we just pedaled through was gone, as though it was never even there. In its place was an immense something. Its innumerable legs or tentacles rising above the lake's surface. Couldn't even tell where the thing ended and where the lake began. Did it burst from the lake, or were we traveling unawares on its body this whole time? Is the lake some fucked up monster? How could they ruin water, dude? What's the options for a thing? Like it's multiple fucked up monsters. The options whenever they introduce something new into this is it's a fucked up monster, it's powered by orphan blood, it's a machine powered by orphan blood, or it's like something else. But the something else is like 1%. I couldn't even find the right word to describe the magnitude of that thing. Its appearance sent waves across the waters till all the way to the zone we were in. It's a machine powered by fucked up monsters that you get by torturing orphans. Okay. Mephistopheles shook violently as though it was about to capsize. It need not be said that the sinners on the deck were given an untimely shower. Whoa, that was too close. We were almost pancaked. Well, no adventure is complete with nary a peril, of course. Non-binary. No, this is now like it. I'm pretty sure it was not bad. We have no chance of weathering a single strike from one of its limbs. No, but it will leave us alone as long as we are here. That is the law of the Great Lake.
이제 미뤄뒀던 설명을 할 수 있겠군요.
Now, we have time for my
의사
explanations.
대우수의 규칙은 여러 가지지만 지금 필요한 설명을 간단하게
Though the
말하자면
laws of the Great Lake are numerous, I will relay only the pertinent information for now.
호수에서 일정 시간 이상 머무를 경우
Lingering longer than a predetermined amount of time in a single lake will cause one to be struck by the waves of each lake. Waves? That didn't look like any waves I've seen before.
호수와 호수 사이를
There are
넘어가는
also
것도
laws governing the time and direction in which ships are permitted to cross the borders between the lakes. Wait up, so if we're ever just come to stop for a bit, that octopus tentacle-like thing will whack us? No, it's gonna be a different fucked up monster.
그래서
Precisely. Thus, it naturally follows that everything on the Great Lake is in a constant state of motion to position itself according to the laws.
그 목표를 향해 가는
This sounds like something a JoJo villain would monologue about. No, it literally is. In part 9, this is literally the flow of money has changed. The laws. We have to kill teenagers now. Can I get like a written list of these laws? My nanny used to stick a piece of paper with our family rules in my room. Not that I could follow them all, but that's when I heard a door open. Whoever opened it did so with obvious irritation.
기어코 파도가 왔었나 보네요. 그렇죠.
The waves finally hit, huh? Ishmael? After such a long period of isolation, Ishmael staggered out of her room at last.
대우수의 규칙은
You can't just scribble the laws of the Great Lake down on a notepad and call it a day.
간단한 내용이 아니에요.
Each lake has wildly different sets of laws, even though the overarching laws
호수의 규칙은
governing the Great Lake are pretty straightforward.
애초에
More importantly, you should know that unauthorized recording of their laws is one of U-Corp's better-known taboos.
그렇다면 몸에 새기면 되겠군.
Oh, so we're in the fucking Fae. Obey my arbitrary, strange laws or die. We're in the Feywild.
만약 새긴다는 의미가 경험이 아닌 문신의 의미라면 그 또한 문제가 됩니다.
Tattooing on them on the body, if that's what you're referring to, is also prohibited.
해당 사례로
Taboo hunters of U-Corp have
파견된 적이
been
있으니까요.
sent in pursuit of individuals who have attempted precisely that.
구성으로만 만지는 편이 안전합니다.
It is best that we do not produce any written records of their laws. I'm assuming this is some, like, weird fucked up version of copyright protection, right? Because if they know the laws, and so they can cross the lake, but no one else can because they don't know the laws, because they can't write down the laws. Which is pretty smart. What have you been doing all this time, Ishmael?
작사를 갈고 있었어요.
Wetting my harpoon? Your harpoon?
더
Why?
날카로워야 하니까.
Because I need it to be sharper.
스치기만 해도 살아있다는 사실이 후회스러울 정도로 고통스럽게 만들어줄 거니까.
Because I'll give her the kind of pain that makes her wish she was dead. She'll feel it, even from the smallest cuts.
그럼 그냥 처박히긴 하지 왜 기어 나오는 건데?
Then why don't you spare us your misery and crawl back into your hole? Come on, Heathcliff. I'm afraid that if I did, I'd later emerge to a deck littered with your melted, unrecognizable flesh.
별로 유쾌하지 않고.
I'm not rearing to see a sight like that again.
그리고
Besides, watching you landsmen waste time tinkering with a ship you don't even understand, wasting precious time, has been unbearable. even though it's been a long time since the incident at the boatworks. Her biting yet anxious lectures have not dulled at all. I was afraid she might stir up trouble among the sinners again. Okay, fine. She was out here with the rest of us, and I wanted to believe that that was more than enough. I decided not to question her further. I had the feeling this would happen. Mel walked up to the helm. What are you doing? We're smooth sailing at the moment. A northbound breeze is pushing us along. I guess it could look that way for some people. Simple, one-dimensional, predictable ground pounders like you. You little... How dare you? Why I oughta... Otis, let's hear her out. You got lucky, Swabby. Oh, Swabby! Master gave Swabby a towel. Okay, Ishmael, tell us, how were we not smooth sailing? We've got the wind at our backs. That's no wind. That's a space station. We're getting dragged. Dragged? By what? Those ships. Oh, we're being attacked. Hold on. Does Dante even have a problem with, on that bike? Does he even respire? Just like Ishmael said, two massive vessels were approaching us not far from where we were. They got giant magnets, dude. We're not exactly on a collision course with them, though. Ishmael didn't entertain me with an answer. Instead, she took the helm and threw it wildly in one direction. This skill, splashy drift?
배에도 드리프트가 있었나?
Huh, I didn't know ships could drift like a bus. Karan, impressed. Redhead, not bad. You have competition, Karan. Hold up. That's weird. She turned the helm all the way. Why are we still headed between those two ships? It's like we're stuck on rails. Although Ishmael turned the Mephistopheles' helm around the opposite direction of the two ships, we were getting dragged even faster by them, and there was nothing we could do about it. Ishi, don't tell me you hit the reverse gear. I turned the engine off. Are those ships melding into one another? You bloody loon! That's what you've got to say? We're about to get squashed like bugs! They're gonna, oh my god, it's the new Sue ship synchro support! Shut up. I'm going to use the momentum of the pull when it's the strongest to get us out of here, and... Now. Immediately before the crash, Ishmael deftly rubbed the engine and adjusted several levers on a series of decisive motions before speeding us between and past the two vessels. Back of our ship. The ship's stern was crushed, but it was better than getting completely sandwiched between those two ships. Mephistopheles' engine can reconstruct damage of this severity within the next few days. Wait, this is more than just some damage. It's like they deleted a part of our ship. Oh my god. Gone, as though it had never been a part of a ship's blueprint. I don't know if he's being metaphorical or this is some like weird ass like ahaha, we've got the concept incinerator now. But no, we know it's gone. To a sphere of annihilation. They left a bizarre looking cross section behind. It's U-Corp's singularity, the resonance tuning fork.
이곳의 배들은 원래
Ships
하나였던
operating in the
것처럼
Great
서로
Lake could
끌어당기며
merge and
합쳐지기도
separate
하고
when needed,
목적에
as
따라
though they've always
언제
been a
하나였던
single vessel,
것처럼 분리되기도
as though
하니까요.
they've always never been a parts of the same ship.
저 정도 크기의 배들이 쓰는
Resonance tuning forks used by the vessels of that size are strong enough to pull in smaller boats without tuning forks like ours, or even ones with tuning forks with mismatching wavelengths.
아, 이런.
Oh, right. Apologies for taking the helm without your orders, manager. No, don't. You just saved all of our lives. I wasn't trying to, but thank you for understanding anyway. Oh, and please accept my apology for giving unsolicited advice. Certain somebody won't stop flapping her gums at me, so I had to. It's not like I can plug my ears in the middle of a voyage, right? That's a clever sly slight at Otis.
전장에서 입이 거른 사람은 굴러다니는 돌멩이만큼 많았다.
I've heard my fair share of blunt, foul-mouthed talk during the war. She's not the first to do so. Doesn't matter, as long as she can live up to her words. No need to get in the way, I suppose.
죄송합니다, 관리자님. 저는 잠시. 저 어찌 풀이 죽은 것이오.
Be not so crestfallen, Commander. I mean, Captain.
시끄럽다.
Silence. Executive Manager is our commanding officer. Always been. Downcast and shoulders slumped, Otis made her way into the ship cabins, formerly the bus cabins.
목적지에 거의 다 왔고.
Our destination is dear. Welcome to one of the 5 great ports of Ucorp, the Marlin port. Faust's voice was dry and emotionless, as though what hadn't just happened didn't affect her one bit.
와, 정말
Wow,
크네요.
That's
지금까지
big.
제가 보았던
It's to be
배들은
one of the.
손에 꼽을 정도로
That's got to be one of the biggest ships I've ever seen. You gotta be one of the worst pirates I've ever seen. But you have heard. You're the worst pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me. Honglu was right. We were approaching a massive ship, so large that it could have almost been mistaken for an island. Whichever was the case, it was clear that the port was a megastructure built from countless metal shipping containers.
안개가 걷히니 비로소 보이지 않던 것이 보이는구려.
Mist fades, and what was unseen before unveils itself. I scarcely did expect the hull to shroud a structure such as this. Ship? I don't know. Can we really call that a ship at this point? Can't help but agree here, Ishmael. Does that ship count as a ship in the Great Lake?
그래서 자꾸 육지 상식을 꺼내봐야
Your landsman common sense is useless at the Great Lake. Ships that use resonance tuning forks like those are as common as crimes are in the back street. I guess as common as whales in the Great Lake. Well, I hope the whales aren't common, because they seem like fucked up monsters. I guess we shouldn't be surprised. Fucked up monsters aren't that uncommon. They're actually quite common.
자, 해골 바가지랑 거미 각 정의요원은 위치로. 곧
준비는
출발.
준비되었어요. 빨리 시작하시죠.
자, 그럼 여기서
Well then, this is where I will go our separate ways for a short while. Khan and I have business to attend here. Business? Why? What is it this time? I'm looking to buy some mermaid perfume. Let's leave it at that. Oh, he's getting dolled up for the ball? He's gonna become absolutely stunning. Virgilia said, looking straight at an advertisement before us. Bottles of mermaid perfume extracted straight from their left fins. Special discount. Oh, art thou planning to procure some for us as well? Quite curious I am of that mermaid perfume. What other curiosities of the Great Lake await us, I wonder?
유사인은
A significant source of income for the people of Ucorp comes from selling whale and mermaid products. Whale oil, mermaid tears, mermaid perfume, whale cuisine, and more, to list a few examples. Oh, lo, I spy a purveyor of iced creams over yonder. Sardine whale-flavored ice cream? How is that appetizing to you?
보기에는 이상해도
Sardines are quite the savory nosh, even if they do have the funny look to them. Alas, I'm more keen to learn the flavors of the marlin whale ice cream.
길잡이께서는
Will you not accompany us to our destination, dear guide?
길잡이라는 것에
I've done my job as your guide. I point you in the right direction, and that's where my responsibilities end. It's not my job to accompany you all the way there. Well, you may be correct. Your words also come across as rather impersonal. Then you heard me, right? Yi sang. I'll make that dick boy small. Now leave me alone. I don't intend to make friends with any of you, nor do I want to. Huh, don't let these small talks give me the wrong impression. Now, Miss Faust, our allies are expecting us. The before team on the ground will relay us the location of the Lobotomy Corp branch housing the Golden Bough. According to our last communication, they should be waiting for us there. The place is a bit spooky.
아무도 안 보이는데?
I don't see anyone here. What's up with that, Bow? I can tell from your tone that you doubt me. This is the location I was relayed. Huh, so we got here first? Bloody brilliant. That was a lot. That was a lot more Australian. Before team, more like a belated team, ain't it? God damn it, Heathcliff. Allow me to make a minor correction. We arrived about 1 hour and 30 minutes behind schedule. Odd. LCCB agents we met back at J-Corp were already on the scene, and I'm sure that comment reminded everyone of the same duo. Yeah, they fucking died. Get the hell out of here. It did for me, too. Thinking about them even for a brief moment is... It appears they have elected to sleep in lieu of our appearance. Effie Sauta, we didn't deserve you. No, I think we did. I think they were perfectly on point. Oh, he's a pirate! Yarr! Ain't none of you got a watch, eh? What's the wrong with ya? Apologies. In our hurry, we happened upon an unforeseen mishap on our journey here. Then why didn't you take that into account before you left? Someone from the corner of the shipping container rises from their nap and stretches. They sound oddly aggressive. Hung Lu, wait. Your badge is upside down. Remember to always keep your appearance tidy. Huh? What's that sticky red thing on your... On his chest is an upside down LCCB ancient badge. It was soaked in blood. I hope this badge would have a more dramatic effect. Let's see, Limbus Company before team leader. The fool was loitering around in our territory. I gots to say that was bravely stupid. I'm a mob guy now. Yar! That sorry production was an insult to art. Get to the point before I sink. Lads, so tardy and so impatient. Why don't you... Now it's Australian. You're looking for the golden whatchamacallit, aren't you? That was a terrible threat. Do better. What have you done to the team leader? I've done anything, mate. Hold your horses now. That's alive and well. This is a hostage negotiation, man. This ain't me first ransom rodeo, if you know what I mean. It's simple. Give us the cash, we return your friend. We don't get the cash, we give your friend an impromptu burial in the shipping container right here. Kidnappers, eh? Piece of shite. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, laddie. Think before you act, eh? Anything goes wrong and your friend bites it. It's very straightforward if I do say myself. Just do as we say, and you get that friend of yours, continue on your merry adventure. Get back to finding your golden whatchamacallit. This accent is fucking crazy. It's not consistent. As we even got a full-on gourmet tour guide for you, just to sweeten the deal. You bloody maggot. Hey, I stole your accent. Oh, you stole my accent? Oh my god, this is insane. I actually have met a British person before. I can't even use that as an excuse. Okay, gotcha. I see what's going on here. Give us some time to discuss this, why don't you? Look, there's no point in escalating this. It'll do nothing but draw unnecessary attention to us. And if our impulsive actions got that LCCB agent killed, true, they hold the upper hand in this negotiation. But I don't believe these fools know much about the Golden Bough. They likely kidnapped him by chance, thinking they could get a hefty ransom out of him. Though we have come across many women of evil nature in our adventure, such brazen villainy has heretofore not been encountered. I mean, N-Corp did kill all those people. How classless. This is grotesquerie without a cause. Charging them head on will only sick their friends after us, friends who may be involved with a powerful local syndicate. Our chance of victory is slim, should such an event come to pass. We do not possess enough intel on U-Corp to effectively maneuver that situation. Yeah, we don't even know how big the syndicate behind this guy is. But from the way he said his lines, that probably wasn't his first time doing this, is it? Then there's also a chance that they're just small fries, isn't there? They're small fries. Let's crush them all. We'll hit them before they even have a chance to lay a finger on the hostage. No, it could mean that their syndicate may be so small and scattered that it is impossible to be traced. Ugh. We don't know anything. Great. Are they really gonna... If we don't pay up? Blast it. If I know their kind. Scum like them are around every corner of the city. If this goes cock up, they'll kill the hostage and won't even leave a body for us to find. All kinds of awful images and ominous speculation began to overwhelm us. The so-called kidnappers were crowding amongst themselves, giggling and chattering. They knew that our options were limited. Okay, then I'm going to start off by asking how much they want. We're out of our element here. Best I can do is try to gather some information at least. Huh. Short, exasperated sigh escaped Ishmael's lips. She'd been standing here this whole time, arms crossed over the harpoon that rested upon her chest. You're gonna pay them? Those bastards? Are you crazy? What else can we do? Even now the hostage... I don't care about your excuses. I only care to know if this is really the best course of action you could come up with. Any doubts about the manager's decision are unnecessary. Yeah, you're predictable as always. Executive manager's decisions are orders. To doubt them is insubordination. Ishmael, it doesn't matter how competent of a sea dog you are. Huh, okay. If you say so. But who cares? They've not given me an order. They didn't forbid me from doing anything. So what's your problem here? I just can't sit here and watch this play out. Ishmael strode towards the kidnappers. It was plain from her tone and expression that she did not care one bit about what the other sitters said. I'll gladly accept the consequences. She shot me a fleeting glance before raising her harpoon. Oh, I am... Okay, I may be stupid. Is the number right here the order they got recruited in, and that's why Dante is number 13 and not number 1? Then thrust her well-sharpened harpoon right into one of the kidnappers' forehead. The entire course of her action from start to finish was so full of absolute consonance. Dante is number 10? How does... So it's not that. What is the order? What is the order based on? I couldn't either. Oof. Ryushu was right. The kidnapper suffered a total obliteration of the forehead. Total collapse of the penis.
이스마일 씨, 방금
Okay. What did you just do? Sinclair was the first to snap out of his stupefied silence. The LCCB agent they took hostage. We just put him at risk. Because of us, he could... Sinclair was trembling hard. I couldn't tell if it was the welling tears he was holding back or an uncontrollable fury. Just like then, just back with Effie, with Soda. It was only a few months ago when... Don't tell me you've moved on already. He's summoning Sinclair's memories? I saw an image of Effie Sauda, both smiling. They were both excellent field agents. Because they were both excellent agents, they suffered to their last moments before our eyes, helplessly watching as they slowly expired in front of him, his old home at that. The day must have been scorched into his memories. I recalled Ishmael's vision that I witnessed back at the boatworks. Was that also a moment that was burned into her memories, I wonder? Ishmael didn't seem to find Sinclair's questions worth answering. You can see the golden outlines for all the segments. This is probably the golden bough, and he's gonna find out his backstory eventually. He strode toward one of the closed shipping containers and kicked it open. A body that had been dead for so long that its complexion and consistency barely resembled that of a living human slumped to the floor. This one's been dead for at least a week, and of course this isn't our LCCB agent. Ishmael kicks the body, tossing it on its back. From the looks of it, this one was a tourist visiting Marlin Port, probably loaded too. If they could afford to travel the Great Lake just for its sights, they would have been able to afford whatever ransom the pirates demanded. Oh. Oh. I see. That's cool. Kidnap, extort, execute. These syndicates have been repeating these three steps for a good while at U-Corp, even as their names and organizations change with time. They're everywhere, like vermin. It would be more accurate to call them pirates here. They never return the hostages. They'll just keep asking for more and more ransom until the money well dries up. Ishmael poked the body with her foot. Then, they kill the hostages. Like they did with this one. Quite numerous the prevalence of such tragedies must be. How could this be? Wherefore doth no hero rise to the occasion and put a stop to these villains? Chinese, British, American. Okay. Russian, Italian. Swiss German. Which would be Greek and Jewish if they're not cowards. Isn't Gregor Samsa is he's like a Eastern European guy, right? I believe this to be a place of tourism, is it not? Well, that usually means there's a bigger fish looking out for these small fries. He is Jewish. Fair enough. Nay, that matters not. To let such villains run rampant in the city is... it must be the case that the fixers of the city are yet unaware of this travesty. Mayhaps they were preoccupied tending to others in need, indeed. Nay, naught else must be that... Were we to send a missive to one of the just and honorable associations of the... Don Quixote, please. Isn't it about time you woke up from your delusions? I've had enough of your ramblings about justice, your villains. You know what? Never mind. This is like I'm talking to a brick wall. You're not gonna listen to me anyway. It's so frustrating that I have to just sit here and just... Their chaviness is just... I can't get anything done in time. But now we should have been talking to the LCCB agent, getting the intel we need. Ishmael's eyes darting around with wrath, impatience, and anxiety. A metaphorical storm, an amalgamation of senses. Kafka was Jewish, and the entire story of the Metamorphosis in his other books made sense being written in pre-Nazi Germany, a world that hates you and wants you dead, and has confusing rules that make no sense and will drag you on until you die. That sounds like the world of Limbus Company, baby. Maybe that's like the bit. She was billowing wildly and helplessly in the tempest. I could not even hope to hold her steady.
너희가
You have
자초한 거야?
brought this upon yourself. What is that? What accent is this?
이 근방은
This is a whatever.
올 거면 그냥 빨리 오세요.
Very on point on being a representation of the Jewish experience at the time. I think this is French. Kind of? Is this French? I know I'm supposed to be doing a pirate accent, but I don't know if I can do a pirate accent. What the hell do pirates sound like, man? Hey, it's me, boss.
뭐야 그
It's me, the pirate. Wait, they gave her a sanity debuff.
제정신이랍니다. 제정신이랍니다.
This one.
아직은.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
공격 범위 확인.
공간을 뭉개.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound super useful, but it is funny. At least it's not all downside.
정신이 물러 터졌군요.
While we're on the horse, baby.
정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
All right. If you use Captain Ishmael, the status changes. Huh.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Interesting. The pirate. Yar. Yar, matey. I think I've rediscovered what a pirate sounds like. Yar. Oh my god. This man, he has 8 coffins?
내가 알아서 처리.
보자 나도.
Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't know he killed 8 people. Okay, so yeah. Do we don't have enough for that.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
My god. Wild Hunt Heathcliff is so cool, dude. They're getting absolutely stomped. Oh, this guy's dead.
정신이 물러 터졌고. 소란이 줄었네요.
결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는
Alright,
거라니까.
let's see.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고.
제가
hang on.
납작을
공격이 너 되고 있어. 비명을 질러.
제압 완료.
Oh my god. Yeah. Get that coffin, baby. It is max 10, but Yeah. Is the all of Dawn's chapter out yet? 55%, dude. Oh my god. Okay.
기다려라, 겉에.
Ah, it's releasing tomorrow.
먹이를 먹여주지.
There were some times.
가서 할 수
어.
있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
공격 범위 확인.
I thought there was sometimes on Monday when they did updates and I couldn't stream. But no, that was when I just didn't stream on Monday and I waited until Wednesday. Ugh.
할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고.
Ugh.
한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
Not had a great day today. I felt pretty sick all day. Just maybe perhaps why I'm not as high energy. Alright, yeah, kill that guy, Heathcliff.
서럽지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
공간을 뭉갠다.
Yeah.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 이 새끼 죽은 다음만
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Yeah, kill him.
내가 알아서 처리한다.
This is the last guy. Yeah. Give me more coffin. Oh, he's already at 10. I forget exactly what coffin does. 2 damage out for 3 max 6. Oh my god. He's just absolutely slagging out. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think it matters, right? If his defensive level is good, because he wins every clash. Yeah, the reviving dead people for a turn thing is really funny. I enjoy that ability.
승객 무력하다. 확인.
Yeah, in the like
승객 무력하다.
when I uptied him to 3, there was like a cutscene where he was like, I've got an army of undead, I'm gonna go kill Catherine.
결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 이 새끼 죽은 다음만
Oh my god.
뭘 어떻게 한 거야? 야, 좀 이거 보자.
He's so impressive, dude. He's got a horse.
우리 보스가 이 사실을 알면
Bastards. When our boss hears of this, you're all finished.
그러니까 지금
Now I sound like Ringo Starr.
구하면
So if you bow down and beg for... Wait, I'm not finished. You get away. Oh, that's convenient.
보스가 있으면
Nice. Now we know where we can go up the chain and talk to their boss in charge. Let's stop wasting our time
이
here.
컨테이너들은 셀 수도 없이 많고
I don't want to have to crack open these shipping containers one by one and go through mountains of rotting corpses.
한손 정도는
You can still point, right?
살려줘.
Please.
보스가 있는 곳.
The location of your boss. Mark it on this map with your finger. I wasn't sure when she picked it up, but Ishmael was carrying a travel brochure of Marlin Port. She shoved it in the pirate's face, who struggled for a moment before pointing to a location on the map. As soon as her trembling finger reached the paper, Ishmael, wait.
갈곳 나왔네요. 가죠.
Yeah, I mean, of course that guy was dying. Well, of course we have our next stop. What are we waiting for? Ishmael walked out, leaving nothing but shipping containers full of both old and fresh bodies behind. What are the odds that the LCCB agent we were supposed to meet is still alive?
저들이 우리에게 가져오는
Depends on how rich they think we are. He could already be dead then.
죄악의 경우
Even if worse comes to pass, we should still find his body. That'll at least give us something.
이렇게 해서
Ugh.
결국 마주하는 게 그분의 싸늘한 시체뿐이라면 전
I don't think I could forgive.
저를요?
Who, me?
아니요.
No, us. We who didn't even try to save them. Faust,
있습니다.
I am listening. Should we do something? Is she gonna be okay? I mean, Ishmael?
불복종에 대한
I can give you answers regarding her insubordination and her emotional state,
상황에서
but this is not a matter in which Faust's answers can be of much assistance.
이처럼 명령 불복종과 단독 행동은
Executive Manager, such insubordination and rogue behaviors would have resulted in on-the-spot execution in any other organization. Yeah, but what are we gonna do with execution, right? It's like, oh no, I guess I gotta kill you, Chop. Oh no, one of our team members is dead. I guess I better bring them back.
수감자를 처분할 권한이
I'm aware that
있으시다면
punishing the sinners is not part of the authority given to you, but there must be penalties befitting her actions for proper management. Otis, you're always on my side. Pretty much always, now that I think about it.
저도 한때 몇몇
I have been a leader of men once, as you are now. I can sympathize with your troubles. I don't know if I can manage Ishmael anymore. I just don't. Though it looked like she was acting rash, maybe it was because she knew the right thing to do in this scenario. If Ishmael suddenly decides to quit or something, Faust will doubtless proceed to educate me on the various clauses that prevent Ishmael from quitting. But it's not like I could force her to come along with this should his hostility escalate. Besides, she had already acted it without my orders earlier. She did say that she'd follow my orders, but I wasn't sure how long that would last.
그게 무엇이 중요합니까, 관리자님? 10이라는 숫자가
We don't need there to be 12 sinners. That's true. At least for a little while. Once they get to the end of the game and we're deploying all 12 at once. Are you saying that we leave Ishmael? Executive Manager, I have wandered for many years in far, far lands before making my journey here, and I have done so with steadfast determination.
한 줄만 보고 말입니다.
For a single clause on my contract with the company. Technically, there are 13. Yeah, well, if Dante dies, it's all over.
그 목적을 위한 여정에서
I came ready to face all the hardships that the journey entails. Adversity, conflict, and loss of comrades are simply facts of this quest that I must weather. Truth be told, I expect all of them to happen at some point in our journey. Oh, I will always remain by your side, of course. She smoothly added the last part, but there was a growing suspicion at the back of my mind that maybe not everyone felt a sense of belonging from this group. Maybe I was the only one who sought a sense of belonging from them. That we fight as as one, no matter what the ordeal this journey threw in our way. Yeah. 53%, baby.
기다려라.
He's just slaughtering everyone.
먹이를 먹여줘.
This is a Wuthering Heights reference. The location is marked by the pirate's blood led us to the entrance of a club. Faint music could be heard echoing out from behind the doors. So this is the place?
우리 중에 이런 요란한 클럽
Any of us been to a loud, flamboyant, deluxe dance club like this before? Well, if I had to guess, my bet would be on you.
그거 편견이야.
Ah, come on. A flashy bar like this at my back streets?
장사가 잘 될
I
리가
doubt it would have
없었잖아.
been much business back there,
뭐,
People would
뒷골목에서
sometimes
몰래
host secret
같은 거
backstreet
있었지만
parties, but Sonia somehow always caught on. So, why are we talking about this?
모르겠어, 단테?
Don't you see,
입구에
Dante?
경호원들 있잖아.
Bouncers at the gate.
에서 오셨죠?
Welcome. How many do you have with you
두
today?
명.
Two.
섭섭하네.
Come on, man. Don't you remember me? I'm on the list.
죄송합니다.
Ah, my apologies. Please enter.
저것 봐.
Look, they're checking something with the guests before letting them in. We gotta squeeze in there all smooth somehow. Well, since Rodya's out, next in the line is... Huh? What, me? No, you've definitely been to a club like this before.
무슨 말 같지도 않은 소리.
The hell are you blathering about? I'll smash your skull in.
나라면 어느 정도는 칭찬으로 받아들일 것
I'd take that as a
같은데.
compliment if I were you, Heath. Should I?
뭐
Sorry to disappoint, but my syndicate was less about music and dance and more about blood, loyalty, things like that. I'm more of a small watering hole or an old pub bloke than a fancy clubber, getting sloshed drinking from old rickety tables. Yeah, that's more like it.
음악과
Me,
함께
music, screams of fear and pain, deluxe, walls painted red with blood, dance, people with crushed joints forced to dance.
그런 거는
Yeah, that's not a club. Well, I can't think of anyone else then. I have been to such a club. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Just ask him first every time. Every time I forget about Merceau, and then when he shows his face on screen, and I'm like, oh, of course. This is like this would be a nightmare D&D party. This would be like, imagine doing like a D&D game where the DM is playing as Dante and you have 12 people you have to manage the characters of, and they're all fucking insane. Is there fan art of Dante playing? Is there a fan art of Dante playing D&D with the sinners? I have to know this. No one's made that fan art yet, unfortunately. All right. Unfortunately, fortunately, not real. Ah, that would have been so awesome, though.
다소
You're joking.
농담이 아니다.
I am not. I fail to see why that is difficult for you to accept.
인생에서 즐길 거리.
I was merely one of the places I visited when I used to wander in search of life's joys. A cursory observation of their procedures reveals that it is in fact a private club. As a general rule, visitors must receive the bouncer's permission prior to entry. Alright. I am going to quickly take a quick break to refill my water bottle, and I'll be right back. So I was thinking about what each character would do. Like if Dante was like, let's play D&D, who would be like, yes? I think Don Quixote is 100% down. And Otis would also do it. And I'm not sure about anyone else. Maybe Gregor. Maybe Gregor.
문지기들은 대체로 평균 이상의 덩치를 소유하고 있었으며
Most bouncers are above average mass and are likely to be armed. Key elements to getting past bouncers are.
클럽이라면
You'd be right if this was just any other club. Ishmael walked past us and up to the club
이곳은
entrance.
조직의 보스가 있는 공간.
This is a home to a leader of a syndicate. The question you should be asking is, what are the other ways of entering this
그
establishment?
답도
I'm sure the
조직으로 있겠죠.
answer lies with the syndicate member.
단순하지
Easy
않나요?
enough, right?
어떻게 오셨죠?
What brings you here, if I may ask?
저는
I'm Queequeg's friend.
네가
Whose friend?
그 이름
Queequeg. You recognized that name, didn't you? The mere mention of that name, the bouncer's expression changed from that of indifference to disbelief. Wait. Bouncer whispers something into the radio. Is he really gonna let us in?
당신이 정말 키키그
Are you truly a friend of this Queequeg? What if I am?
지금 어디지?
Where is
보스께서
Queequeg?
물어보신다.
It's the boss asking.
그러니까
Right, so your boss is in the club, huh?
다시 한번 묻는다.
Ask it. Where is Queequeg?
우리가 향하는 중. 다시 말한다. 우리 쌍갈고리가
I thought we were trying to sneak in?
이 안에
No,
조직의
I
보스가
just wanted to
있는지
know if their
확인할
boss
방법이
was home.
있죠.
We should be able to get all the intel we want from them. Well, it's fine. There's nothing that can go wrong in this battle that Dante can't fix. Oh, okay. Is there like okay. I was gonna say the capitalized very good friends made me think, oh, is there subtext? Is this like a very real and literal very good friends, or is there like spice to this very good friendship? Was there sauce?
공간을 뭉갠다. 승객 무력 확인.
Oh, that's not ideal.
그 뭐냐 거의 칼로 물베기 아니야? 아니 헤어지지 않는 정도는 아니긴 한데 근데 뭐 두드리다 보면
주라기야. 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
It's time for Heathcliff, baby. And who the Faust. That's fine. Heathcliff can handle this whole battle by himself.
저 밝긴다. 주라하니여 비명을 질러라.
혼자서 뭘 어떻게 한 거야? 야, 좀
Oh,
그런 건 배우자. 나도
they did change it. All right.
대가리 딱 떼도
Yeah.
예사롭지가 않은데.
Especially since it makes Wild Hunt Heathcliff able to do a lot more damage because he's always gonna have multiple people to attack with his multi-hit move.
지금이 기회인 것 나갔어.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
All right, let's see.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 빈둥이도 무서워지거든.
There's so many people.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Done. Okay. Oh, this guy's cooked.
개골바가지, 거미 대가리. 자!
All right. Things are going fine.
결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼
Thanks for
죽은
your
다음만 생각해.
thanks for your concern, Heathcliff. I love you, Heathcliff. Maybe I should have played Heathcliff in Exalted. Oh, he didn't get 55% this time, but that's okay. That's okay.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠어.
Oh my god. For me, Wild Hunt Heathcliff is me as Vegeta looking at Broly in the DBZA Broly movie. I can't believe they're letting us in like this. Let's go. I wanted to correct him that the bouncers weren't letting us in, that they were either face down in some ditch or fleeing, and that we were just letting ourselves in. But I guess I wasn't in the mood.
몇 명이서 오셨어?
Hey, were you here with anyone? Yes, I have 12 companions with me. Well, there, hit him.
잘못했습니다. 자, 이제 저희 한국에서 유행하는 춤을 춰볼까요? 이름하여 청사춘 댄스. 펌프를 벗고 이렇게 후루타 후루타.
Is that Don Quixote on the mic?
아이,
What's with all the booming bass?
내가
Feels as though the sound waves are vibrating my entire brain matter.
앞에서 꺼지세요.
Get out of the way or you'll all be sorry. Ishmael swung her base, shattering a nearby table to pieces. And that was more than enough for the clubbers to realize the seriousness of the situation. They quickly ran to the exit and vacated the club. 12? Hello, I'm 50?
파이팅이다.
God. Hello, I'm 50? So good.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 하! 으타! 더 먹어치워라.
이런 건
Yeah, get the hell out of here. I mean, these guys aren't imposing and they have less
일단
character than the mariachi people.
공격 범위 확인.
공간을 뭉갠다.
So, they're gonna get cooked by Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Oh, we're getting coffins today, boys.
내가 알아서
This is a form of body set,
서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까.
after all.
잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은
내 앞을
다음만
막을
생각해.
자는 없어.
공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Give me those coffins, baby.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸움인 법이지.
Lament, mourn, lament, mourn, despair. Oh yeah, baby.
내
오케이.
앞을 막을 자는 없어.
출력 최대치.
It's okay. These guys are a little bit bulkier. Oh, that guy has 200 health. They're still getting cooked though.
에이, 저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
그 뭐냐? 원래 칼로 물베기
That was a pretty terrible rift space.
정도는 아니긴 한데 예사롭지가 않은데.
효율적으로
아주 작자리를 해놨어.
Alright. Boop. Mind whip.
결국 마지막까지 서 있는
Oh
놈이
my
이기는
god,
거라니까.
you know what?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
I'm sure it's fine if I just mash.
죽은 다음만 생각해. 너 기적이 더 매서워지거든.
More coffins, baby.
있습니다.
We did it. We've done it. Not that I was expecting otherwise.
끝장냈어.
And of course, Heathcliff does all the work again.
딸 필요도 개소리는 꿈을 꾸고
Considering that
생각도 없이. 전부
there's 6 people, he should be doing about like 16-17%. He's doing the work of more than 2 people.
기다려라, 거태. 곧 먹이를 먹여주지.
Yeah. It turns out AoE attacks are good.
저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
대가리 딱 떼도
Oh, we're losing? Alright. That's fine. I'm fine with this.
이렇게 틀어졌지 않아.
피하면 살아니까. 야, 저거 정신 차릴 때까지 앞에서 시선 좀
Alright,
끌어줘야겠어.
alright.
전투에
Oops.
임하겠습니다.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm working on it.
두기가 약이지. 두기가 패.
We're up to 21.
공간을 뭉갠다.
무쳐 잠들어.
Jesus Christ, Lois.
더 먹어치워라.
네, 결국 마지막까지 서
Ishbill's
있는 놈이 이기는
acting
거라니까.
up.
잘 들어.
That's fine. This is not a mirror dungeon. I don't need to care that
다음만
much.
생각해.
We have 7 coffins.
목을 내놓고 있도록 찢어 밝혀주마. 찢어 놓아주마. 혼자서 뭘 어떻게 한 거야? 찢어 밝혀주마. 야,
Yeah.
나도
He just does 1 billion damage.
하나
Oh, he's up at 9 coffin.
밤새 끝나는 게 싸움.
He's already at the max damage up he can get. Wait, hold on. I'm pretty sure you're up tie 3, right? Yeah. It's just I don't have much pride.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Doesn't matter if the rest of my team dies.
확인.
Actually, it literally doesn't matter.
속에서
There could not be consequences for them dying.
예사롭지가 않은데? 작살을 내놨어.
터졌군요.
그래, 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh, that loads. Yeah, the load makes that Rip's face go crazy. I'd be his 2 beheadings there.
내 죄는 내가 알아서
Guess we just rolled a bunch.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 준비.
그래. 결국
Yeah,
마지막까지
let's
서
roll
있는 놈이
damage.
이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지
Oh,
말고
serious skullbuster.
공격이 더 매서워지거든.
He's not gonna live until to see the 3rd hit.
내가 알아서 처리한다.
My God.
끝장냈어.
43%, pretty common W. Oh, we only have 1 more level.
기다려라. 거태. 곧 먹이를 먹여주지.
뭐야 그 파이팅이다.
대가리 딱 떼도.
Oh yeah, get through that
이런
shield.
건 몽둥이가 약이지. 조심들여 패. 피하면 사라니까. 야,
Go, Heathcliff.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Bam. Pow. Oh, that didn't kill. Alright, we got coffins, baby.
야, 좀 보자.
공간을 뭉갠다.
네.
Alright, how much? We have 4 coffins.
이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만
충전 기능
생각해.
점검.
공격이 더
단숨에
매서워지거든.
정리다.
Get this man. I love Mind Whip.
기존에 찾아갔지 않아.
제압 완료. 승객 보관 좀.
Such a silly little attack.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 어느새 끝나는 게 싸우는 거지.
Alright. We can get on our horse.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
That's interesting.
지금이다. 대골바닥
Because
범위 대가리.
normally Heathcliff doesn't have lust attacks. But he technically does because his counter is lust. Which is interesting. Staggered. Take that L.
저것들 너덜너덜하잖아. 일단 정신 못 차리는 놈 대가리부터 뭉개.
Yeah. It's weird because he gives 4 colors as opposed to the usual 3. Which is fun.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
This guy has 1 HP left.
와 함께
다음은 어디요?
That was not necessary, but fine. These guys are not tough. Oh, okay.
마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Oh, okay. So it's just when you hit uptie 4. Okay, I got it. Are you uptie 4? Okay. It's orange. You're also up type 4. That one's blue. And you're regular. And you're also regular. No, you are up type 4.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 승객 무력 확인.
Yeah, get him. Yeah, get him.
처리했습니다.
It's that easy, baby. Woo!
좋은 말 할 때
You better tell us where your boss is before things turn ugly.
말하는 게 좋을 거예요.
Herm.
어울리지도 않는 놈이 그렇게 말해봐야.
Yeah. Go drink some more milk before you start tossing around threats like that, laddie.
헛소리 아니에요.
I'm serious, Talker. The next thing getting smashed is your skull. Okay, let's calm down. Captain 88, if it's hostages you're looking for, the first mate should know. Directions. The last room is at the end of that corridor. Go.
그쪽 말고
Not that way. Get out of that club. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, kid, you're getting better at this, ain't you?
이런 걸로 칭찬 듣고 싶지
I don't want to get complimented for doing something like this.
조금이라도.
I just think we have to get the hostage as soon as possible.
착각하지 마라. 해파 겉에. 내
Um,
놈들 덕분에 내가 강해진 게 아니다.
yeah.
내가 강하기에 내 놈들을 휘두르는
Yeah, we're done. Have I done pulls yet? I haven't. We can do that. That's true. There is a boss coming up.
혈기분들은 악독하면서 끈질겨요.
Oh, he's hunting.
제대로 준비해야겠죠?
Okay. We got one of the two.
하루가 저물어가는 동안
Okay. I haven't been doing my dailies, but I should get a bunch of boxes from the... Yeah, I need to do it. I've been so busy. Right, like I haven't streamed at all. Yeah, but I should get more boxes from the battle pass, so it should be fine. Oh, it should reset tomorrow. That's true. I'll stop for tonight. I think today's not the day to try to go long because I'm just not feeling well. But I'll see you next week, Clever. Maybe sooner if I actually manage to get my work done and stream. So, see ya.